Hey everyone. Before we get into this video, I wanted to really quickly say that I have an important announcement to make. I would like to do an Ask Me Anything or a Q&A for my 1,000 subscriber special. Originally, it was going to be the behind the scenes video, but I thought a Q&A would be more fitting. I've also been considering doing a small giveaway for that video. Nothing big, probably just around a $50 budget, but if you're interested, all you would have to do is make sure to leave a question in the comments of this video. Please ask me anything you'd like in the comments, keep it appropriate of course, I'm not going to give you my bank details or social security number or anything. The questions could be about me personally, my YouTube channel, whatever you'd like. If you can help it, try not to ask the same question twice, just do a quick look through of the comments. But as far as I'm concerned, if you leave a comment on this video for a question for that future Q&A, you'll be entered in the giveaway. I look forward to answering all of your questions sometime in the future. Take care and enjoy this special behind the scenes video. I've made videos ever since I was a little kid, so this YouTube stuff has always been of interest to me. Today, I wanted to show you how I make my videos, specifically how I make one of my new Origins videos where I go over some of the tips and tricks with certain races. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes featurette because I probably won't make another one of these. Making videos, at least the way I make them, it's pretty much always going to be the same method. Idea, collection, script, edit, upload. The process doesn't really change based on the video, but the longer the video is, the more effort and the more work it demands. So let's get started. It's a beautiful Saturday today, and if all goes well, I'll be able to stretch out the creation of this video that I plan on making over 2 days. You may or may not know, but for my Origin SMP videos, I like to play the race for an entire day and just jot down any interesting facts or things I learned about them along the way. So today, which is Saturday, I'm going to pick what idea I want to do, and then I'm going to move toward the collection stage, which would be recording and gathering videos and stuff like that. The idea stage, which is the first stage, is pretty simple, especially because I don't even have to come up with the idea. You guys already do that for me. The races I play in the Origin SMP miniseries are based off of what you guys want in the comments. So basically, I just look around and tally up votes and see what's next for me to do. So from what I've seen today, we have like a 3-way tie between 3 races, which all have the same amount of votes each. Obviously, I don't include the votes for videos I've already made, and at this point I've made Merling, Phantom, Blazeborn, and I just finished Arachnid. So the current tie is between Inchling, Slimetian, and Wyvern. So between these 3, I just pick one, and it's usually whatever I'm in the mood to play. It's probably not going to be the Wyvern this week because I just made the Blazeborn a few days ago, so I'd be interested in playing a non-nether based race for a week or so. This time it's just a gut feeling and it's telling me to go with Inchling, so that's what I'm going to do. I load up the mod pack I play on, which can be found in the CurseForge launcher, and I get ready to start a single player world. I record all of my videos with OBS just because it's the best free program out there to screen record. I think it scares some people away because the encoding process looks difficult and it looks hard to set up, but it's really not. You just have to find a YouTube video and set up your thing once and you're good to go for pretty much forever. So I go to create my single player world, as you may have been able to assume. I try to make sure cheats are off from most of my gameplay because if they're on, sometimes I'm tempted to just snag some items or like snag iron just because I don't want to mine a bunch of iron ore. So I try to keep it honest. So that's basically the idea process of the video. That's all I had to do is I picked that I was going to play Inchlings, and now I'm just going to play them, and I'm going to write down any interesting tips or tricks I come across in my notepad. Here's an example of what I just said. I had a suspicion the Inchlings climb flat surfaces with the same coding or the same like mechanics as the spiders do, so their auto climb ability can be toggled on and off with their ability key. This is a perfect example of a small trick I found even just a few minutes into playing as the Inchlings, and it's also a really good thing to include in the video because it's not said in the description. So people who are playing it for the first time or who maybe have never played the Arachnids, this would be useful information to them. So let's jump 10 minutes. Here are what my notes look like 10 minutes into the world. I always learn lots of stuff with every race, so I just try and make sure to write everything down. If it's a really bad tip or it's not, it's just not really relevant, I don't usually include it in the final edit, but it's always nice to have it and then record with OBS an example of it in case I end up using it. 40 to 45 minutes into this world, I had to stop and take a break because the Inchling was making me feel sick. Like in real life, it was making me feel sick. I've never had this happen to me before for any video game ever. It's possible it was like food I ate that day, but playing the Inchling was literally nauseating. It's possible because I'm so used to how regular Minecraft looks and how it's played that it was really like off-putting to me subconsciously. I don't know. It could be many things. It could be food. It could be I'm 6'4", 6'5" in real life. That maybe it was being small that made me feel like sick. I don't know. Nevertheless, the inchling really made me sick to my stomach, and I have no idea how people can play this race for long periods of time. So this is some extra juicy details from the behind the scenes video that you wouldn't get in a normal video, because that's not relevant. The fact that I got sick or like I didn't feel good playing the inchling, nobody cares about that. They're just there for tips and tricks. So that's not something I would include normally in the video, but I guess you guys know that now that you watched this video. On Saturday night, I played for 5 hours, and it was on and off all day. Usually I play a lot more than just 5 hours, but I was really feeling sick playing the inchlings, and I needed to have like hour breaks and like lie down and stuff like that. So I don't know. I collected lots of notes, and I was honestly happy with sacrificing my comfort for some cool footage. So it was just time for me to go to sleep, and I was happy with what I had, so I was going to edit the video the next day. First thing I have to do in the editing process is write the script. The script for the inchling took about an hour. The intro bit and conclusion for these Origin SMP race videos are usually copy and pasted, but the actual meat of the video, like the tips and tricks, I usually have to type them out just so I don't stumble over my words or trip over what I'm saying, just to make the next stage of the editing process a lot smoother. I record my audio in Audacity, which is a really great free program for high quality voice, and I recorded this little clip for you. Whoa, what's going on, everybody? This is really trippy because I'm recording the audio with OBS, but I'm also recording with Audacity. But this is what Audacity looks like when I record audio. And then when I'm ready to finish the file, I go up to File and I export it, and that's it. It's very easy, free to use program, really awesome. So if you need to record audio for anything, make sure to check these guys out. So now that I've gathered the footage, wrote the script, and recorded the audio, it's time for me to load up everything into Sony Vegas. I use Sony Vegas Movie Studio Platinum 14. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what I use. It's from like 2016. I think the program was only $30, and I definitely have gotten my use out of it. If you're looking for a professional, easy-to-use video editing software and you're trying to get into YouTube, that is my recommendation. My computer setup, or my gaming rig, whatever you want to call it, has 2 monitors. I have a regular standard monitor, like most of you have, 1920 by 1080, but my second monitor is an ultra-wide monitor. The ultra-wide monitor is my primary monitor. So if I was to do like a live stream or something where I'm playing a game for like over 4 hours at a time, I would do it on the ultra-wide monitor just because the regular standard monitor is to the left. So it's okay to play in bursts, like if I'm recording for these videos like the Origin SMP, I'll play on the standard monitor and record it on the standard monitor just so it's easier for everyone else to watch. But if I was to do a really like long video or like a stream, I would definitely do it on the ultra wide because I have to twist my head a little bit to look at this smaller monitor. So that being said, like when I edit, I use my ultra wide monitor because it's way nicer and there's way more space to see all of the projects and little things I have to look at, and it's really nice for work and studying for school, all that stuff. I would never go back to a standard monitor now that I have an ultra wide. It is a life changer. So the editing process actually takes a while. I think for the Inchling project, it took me 2.5 hours to edit like a 10-minute video. I'm obviously not going to show the entire process because that would be really boring, but it's fun for me to do with my free time as a hobby, and I really, really like editing videos. What you're seeing right now in the background is me going through the video one last time, making sure there's no audio mistakes, and I'm just adding extra details just to make the video more easy to follow for newer viewers. After I finish editing the video, I have to render it. I render in 1080p 60 FPS, which is basically the highest quality I could render in. I don't record in 4K, but I do record in 60 FPS. So this is like the max quality of video I could output. So for settings like that, so HD with 60 FPS, it usually takes double the time. So this video is 10 minutes. And so if I was to render it, it would take 20 minutes. I have a pretty fast computer, but my old laptop, this same 10-minute project would have taken over an hour to render. So you know how I just recommended Sony Vegas to newer video creators? If you maybe don't have a fantastic computer, I think it's still a great program, but you're gonna be noticing it's gonna take a long time to render. So while I have the video rendering on one monitor, I switch to my other monitor to make the thumbnail for the video. The thumbnail is one of the most important parts of a YouTube video because it's the first impression new viewers see when clicking on something to watch. I used to use Photoshop back in the day, but I stopped paying for my license and I had to swap to something else. The program I use right now is called Paint.net. It's a fantastic free tool that I pretty much use for all of my thumbnails. It's very easy to use and I've been using it since like 2014-ish, like a long time for school projects or anything really. You can install add-ons to Paint.net, so you can get it to do some really, really awesome stuff. I just use the base version, which means I outsource a lot of my extra materials. So the text on the thumbnails, the word origins and the name of the race, I get from a text website. Like I just type it in, it generates it, I download it. But for pretty much everything else, I just throw it into Paint.net, make sure the colors are okay, and I add some extra small details to the background. Once I'm happy with it, I just save it as an image and upload it on the video. So usually by the time I finish the thumbnail, the rendering of the video is done. So all that's left is for me to upload it. So I just head on over to YouTube and I drag and drop it in. I also usually copy the description and title and tags for whatever the last video is, just to make sure everything is just to make sure all the text, tags, links, and everything is consistent with all of the videos I upload. And then I also make sure to add the thumbnail that I just finished making. For the final step, I schedule it for the appropriate date and time. Right now, I'm trying to put out 2 videos a week. I put out one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. That video you're seeing right now is the Inchling video, and that is going to go out on Wednesday, so that's just the schedule. My internet is not fantastic, so uploading a 10-minute video takes more like 50 minutes. So I usually go for a walk, or I'll do something like in real life, like maybe get something to eat while this is happening, because it slows down my entire internet when I do this. But basically, once it finishes uploading, I just either go back to work, I might play some more video games, or I might get started on the next video. So I just finished uploading the Inchling video, and I've already jumped back into writing the script for this video. So today has been a pretty busy day. I think the bottom line that I want to share is that I really enjoy making these videos. So to me, I don't really care about sub count or likes or views. If I stop enjoying making these videos, I will stop making them. This is just a hobby for me, and I love it right now. But there will be times where work or university gets too busy and I just need to take a break. On the other hand, I really do appreciate so many people showing interest in what I do on YouTube. For me, that's just a gift in and of itself. I can't thank you enough for all the support I've gotten from all of you. It's been incredible. With that being said, if you stuck around for the entire thing, I just wanted to say thanks. Please don't forget to leave a question in the comments down below if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway or be featured in my 1,000 subscriber special Q&A. I look forward to reading and answering all of your questions. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.